Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Lost Boyz Podcast, episode 32. Gianni.
Brandon. I wasn't sure if I put the thing.
Yeah, welcome. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, turn your post notifications on, like the video, comment, share with a friend, all that good stuff. All of our other socials are also down below, so make sure you check those out as well.
As well as click the Google form link. It'll be in the description. This is where you can suggest topics, request topics, anything you want to hear spoken of, anything you want our opinions on or just want to see us talk about. You can drop it there. And also, it is anonymous, so we do not see who submitted what. So if there's something personal that's going on in your life that you think could be of value or be a good conversation, feel free to drop it in there. We'll talk about it.
So with that being said, we're going to get into today's topic. It might sound fun. I mean, you kind of know probably by the title.
Mm-hmm.
It probably sounds funny or like, what the fuck? Like, what the hell is that? But the topic is, it's called mental masturbation. And here's what we mean by that. What you're probably asking, what the fuck is mental masturbation? It's similar to actual masturbation, where in the sense is you consume a lot of content that is for changing your lifestyle for the better, for success, for wanting to just be great. And you consume, but you never take the action. And that's the whole purpose. I mean, not purpose. That's the whole meaning behind mental masturbation. So, for example, let's say I watch tons and tons of self-improvement videos, but I never do anything that those videos tell me to do to improve. Then that's considered mental masturbation because I'm essentially getting the dopamine, the excitement from the video. But then when it comes to applying it in my life, I don't see a need to because I already got it somewhere else. I've already lived a different life mentally in my head, imaginary. So there's no need to do it now. Like, I mean, obviously there is a need, but there's not as much excitement or hunger or drive to.
So like you said with those like self-improvement videos, right? Say you watch a video and it's telling you to eat clean, right? And it's talking about all the benefits of eating clean. And you watch that video and you're like, yeah, fuck yeah, like I'm gonna eat clean, right? Like, dope, let's go, right? But you feel motivated to eat clean in that moment, but that's it. You already saw the benefits of what you get from eating clean from that video. You feel good because now you're telling yourself like, hey, we're starting the path of eating clean, right? So now, you're all feeling good, but then you go back and eat McDonald's, right? Mm-hmm. And then the cycle continues. You pleased your mind by telling it like, hey, we did something good. Eating clean. That's what your mind took, right? But in reality, it was fed McDonald's.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a cycle of just like living. Basically, you're living like vicariously. Like you're living through someone else. And then it takes away the excitement from living for yourself in a sense. So like basically a good example actually that goes very well with this is porn. Or I was actually going to ask you, like, do you think porn can correlate to it? My answer is yes. Here's why. If you watch porn, you see someone else living up fantasies that maybe you might have, and you see them having sex or doing whatever the case may be. So now when it comes to your personal sex life and it's not those fantasies and not those things, it takes away from the pleasure and excitement and the joy of having sex, as well as that connection that you get from having sex. So I think it's the same when it comes to whether it be self-improvement videos, like of any sorts of whether it's finance, health, just overall like self-improvement. I think that has the same effect as like maybe watching the porn might, because you're seeing someone else or you're seeing or envisioning how you can do this, but it's when you take no action that then it becomes an issue. So it's not so much that the videos are bad, it's you not taking the action that's bad. And that's when it becomes like a quote unquote like mental masturbation. Like you're just pleasing yourself in the moment and then that's it, you're good. And you never do anything.
Absolutely. To respond to your question, I absolutely think porn is a form of that. But I don't even think it has to be something of that nature too. The talking point that I actually wrote down was here, I'll read it the way I wrote it. This mental masturbation is why people love watching certain YouTubers, because part of them wishes they could do what the YouTuber is doing, and they're living that fantasy through that said YouTuber, and it could be a TikTok or anything, but they're getting the dopamine of seeing, for example, let's say somebody can't talk to girls, right? Mm-hmm. They haven't built the skill of talking to girls. They watch the pickup YouTubers and fucking live a fantasy through them.
Yeah. And honestly, I think it's getting worse in today's time when you think about like this whole metaverse and things like that.
Oh my God.
And VR, that's like even way, like there are people who would rather, because they can't improve, not that they can't, because they choose not to improve their personal lives in the real world, they take it to the metaverse, and that's their mental masturbation. They go there and they live this fake life and get this pleasure of like, oh yeah, I got it, I'm that person. But in real life, they're nobody, they're nothing, and they don't do anything about it. And, or at least try to do anything about it. Even if you don't amount to what it is that you wanted, at least give it a shot. And I think it's getting worse, to be honest, that whole mental masturbation thing, because I think it's overlooked a lot too. A lot of people don't see it or think about it. And the question I was going to ask you is, do you think this whole thing around what we're talking about, mental masturbation, do you think it affects can it affect someone's confidence and self-esteem?
Oh my God. I think it affects confidence, self-esteem, well-being. Like, for example, let's say somebody in the metaverse or even in certain like video games, right? They spend so much time building up their like player that they don't interact with, let's say, the real world. And at a certain point, you realize like, yo, this shit's not real. And that's a scary realization. I think it affects your well-being because there has to be a level of you or like your subconscious telling you like, yo, like we know this isn't real.
Yeah.
Like we know if you watch the same fucking video 15 times and never take action, like your body's going to figure out, yo, dude, it's not real. Like you're not real.
Yeah, you're going to think it's a fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
It's impossible.
And once you start feeling like things are impossible or things are getting further away, that's when your mind starts dwindling. Like maybe you start feeling a little sadder because you're not where you want to be, but you repeat the cycle of mentally masturbating, right?
Yeah.
I think it absolutely affects your well-being. I think it absolutely affects your happiness. I think the dopamine you get from it, or like that feeling good you get from it, is very hollow. Like, yeah, it feels good in that moment, but then as you go up, you go even deeper down.
Mm-hmm.
And I think either last episode or 2 episodes, however many episodes ago, we were talking about like we just live in this cycle of just like bam, 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 crashing and going high.
Yeah.
Which good and that goes good and bad. Like when we spoke about that, we're talking about it in a good sense, right? Progressing in life, you have highs, you have lows. I think this is the opposite side of that coin, where you live the highs by these mental masturbations, but then the reality checks are really low.
Yeah. Yeah, we were talking about with money, how like we go up, but we progress up, then we come a little bit back down, but then we go higher, and then a little bit back down like that. But yeah, with dopamine, that's 100% the case. Like, the higher up you go, the further down you're gonna crash.
It's true.
And for my answer to my own question, do I think it affects someone's self-esteem and confidence? I'd say 100% it does. And I can say for myself, which is partially why I wanted to talk about this, was because of myself, because I was telling you off camera, I was kind of having this realization, and then I actually saw a video that solidified my realization. And it was basically like I was indulging in a lot of this content myself, like just finance, like all these things about becoming successful. And I noticed I would get super motivated, and I maybe took action for a moment, but it wasn't discipline. It was just like the motivation was there, and I just did it in the moment. And I noticed I would have these moments where I'm doing well, and then I go crashing straight down, and then I'm just like, almost like, if I wasn't a sane person, I can see how I would lose my mind. Just like, what the fuck am I doing? And just bug the fuck out on life and just go crazy. Because it's real easy to just bug the fuck out. But I noticed that, and yesterday was one of those moments where I was just like at home, and I was like, damn, what the fuck? Like I want this. I don't have a direction. Like, I don't know where to start. I don't know where to go. And then I watch these videos, and then I'm like, they give me the sense of like motivation to do it, but there's really no true guidance as to how I'm going to do it. Where do I start? Who would I ask? How do I know this is legit? How do I know this is not legit? Like all these things. And then that's when I had that realization, like, okay, I didn't have the term mental masturbation. I got it from a video I saw, but that's when I had this like realization, like, okay, this does affect you, because I started noticing my self-esteem go down. I was like, damn, like, I'm a fucking loser, basically. I mean, I didn't say that, but that's like how I felt. And you can see how, like, I can say firsthand how it's affected my confidence. In terms of like dating per se, like with women, it definitely has affected my confidence. And I'll say that, and I'm being super honest and open. There's been moments where there's been beautiful women who are interested in me, and I'm interested in them. And then when I look at their life and see what they've got going on for them, and how much more success, like they're doing their thing, and then I look at myself, it affects my confidence. Not because a woman is doing better than me. No, it's not the case at all. It's because I look at it as like, damn, they're doing it and I'm not. How the hell do I expect them to then like me? Like I end up not pursuing. I give up. And there's been moments where they keep trying to pursue me, but I just cold it, because it's low-key a feeling of embarrassment. And then it motivates me to like, okay, let me do something. And then I start watching those videos. I get motivated. I try something real quick. I have zero guidance, zero idea what the fuck I'm doing. And then eventually, because I have no guidance or no idea what I'm doing, it fades out, and then the cycle repeats. And that's something I was realizing over the weekend, especially yesterday, more than anything.
See, I like the way you said that, like that the cycle repeats, because it's a habit. It's like, at the end of the day, it's a long-winded habit. And it's hard to break habits.
Yeah.
The second thing I wanted to say to that is the way, it's like, I don't know about for you, but in the times I've been in similar positions to, like you mentioned, with like, let's say other girls that are in better positions, for me, it's always felt like a little bit of a, like, not to say a poser kind of thing, but I feel like, yo, like I'm punching above my weight here, like kind of thing, where at least for me, it's always been, not always, but the times I have been in those positions where like a girl's doing better than me per se, where it's like, fuck, all right, she makes X amount of money, I'll make that fucking money.
Yeah.
Like, how am I going to
compete, basically, or like give what it is at least I want to give?
And this is why I say being put in that position is part of the reason why I became so, not to say motivated, but like, yo, I gotta fix my position. Because until I started talking to girls serious, it was always like, yeah, I want to do better. But then in getting out and talking to more girls and seeing the guys that they've talked to or that they can talk to, right? It's like, yo, I got to step my shit up.
Yeah.
Like, it's one thing to see that people do better, but it's another thing to feel it like, yo, they're motherfuckers doing better than me. And a lot of people are okay with that. A lot of people are just like, yeah, I'm just here to do my thing, right? Cool, that's what works for you. For me, it's like, nah, I got to step my shit up then. Like, I don't like not being like competitive or good enough or the best. Like, I have a very competitive side to me. And that not in like a negative way. Like,
No, yeah, I think everyone does, or at least everyone should, especially every man should.
Agreed.
That's how you achieve greatness.
At the end of the day, every male animal competes.
Yeah, we all compete every single day to be better than one another. It's the reason why there's powerful positions in this world. Everyone has to be better than the other. So everyone competes to be the best. And that's the way the world goes. But yeah, I just started having this realization though, like recently, and then yesterday was really hitting home. And what really kicked off what sparked it in my head, this whole like thought process was, I went onto YouTube and I was honestly just tired of watching self-improvement videos. Like generally, I did not want to see it on my recommended. I did not want to watch one at all. I literally went on YouTube and I looked and I was like, I literally just want to watch something for just pure entertainment. I just want to watch something and laugh. Like, I don't want to watch none of this self-improvement. And in any realm, I just want to watch something and laugh and just not like just take my mind away from that. But
something like mind-numbing.
Yeah, exactly. And that's when I started to then give it, when I literally told because I wasn't thinking, I just told myself that in my head. And then I started thinking about it, I was like, why? And then when I started thinking about it is when I started realizing all of this. And I was like, oh shit, this is crazy. And then I texted a friend of mine, you know him, because me and him have been trying to start a business, an Amazon business. And, you know, we've done a lot of things that have been put in motion and we're close to starting, but it's taken us a while because we have no mentorship.
Mm-hmm.
We have no idea what the fuck we're doing. We're just like, I mean, I guess this is how you do it. And we're just saying, fuck it. So I texted him and I was like, yo, I can't keep living like this. This week we have to do something. Like we have to make an order. We have to make a listing, something. Because I just couldn't take it no more. And I think a lot of it came from those self-improvement videos, which to an extent was good because now it made me feel the pressure of like, I need to take action. Like I'm getting older. What am I doing? But that's when I started to have that realization of this whole concept of just like always self-indulging in those kind of videos and consuming it without taking action can also have a very negative impact that no one talks about as well. And it could actually make someone feel worse about themselves versus motivating to do better, which it should motivate you to do better. And then you should take action, which is the way it should be. Mm-hmm. But I can see how if you don't take action, then it becomes that sense of, it's another form of masturbation for your mind.
Yeah.
Versus just like the porn way, which I don't think if you're a guy, you should watch porn either way.
Agreed.
That could be a whole nother episode.
Yeah, that could be a very long episode. I'm losing my train of thought. What I wanted to say to that is it kind of reinforces this idea to yourself where like my word doesn't mean anything because it's like you're watching these videos and you're telling yourself you're going to do good. Like you're going to do X, Y, and Z, but then you don't do it. So now the next time you're going to say you're going to do X, Y, and Z, not even you are going to believe yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's super big too. Because if I think I've said it before, but if you can't take yourself serious, you can't expect others to take you serious. And I say that a lot. And like, for example, one of my friends, he wants to lose weight. He says, I'm going to go on a diet. I'm going to go on a diet. I'm going to lose weight. And then time goes on and he doesn't do it. And then now it's at a point where no one takes it serious when he says it. So now if he's dead serious and he wants people to believe in him, it's hard for the people to believe in him because he never believed in himself first. And I could say the same for my own life and other aspects of my life. Like I keep saying, I want to start a business. I want to do this. I want to do that. And to an extent, I've done more than in the past, but I still haven't fully done it. So I can't expect someone to take me serious when I start talking about it because I'm basically not taking my own self serious.
You're not, yeah.
And I'm just living this fantasy because I'm watching a fantasy. And it's like masturbating. It's like I can live in this fantasy where I think, oh, this and this is going to happen because I've seen it happen before on a video. So it's got to happen now. And then it doesn't happen. It's like, yeah, well, you're fucking retarded. What did that? what do you think is going to happen? You haven't done anything to make that like occur in your life. And that's where I think the whole thing comes from.
I have a good example of this. Something that I used to do that I didn't realize was mental masturbation until about 15 seconds ago. I used to play like GTA and, you know, all these games and build my character up, right? And buy the really nice apartment and imagine that that was me, right? Playing GTA and all that shit, right? And then it got to a point where I was doing that and I was like getting lost in the sauce, right? I would come home from school right away, start playing as much as I can to give my character as much money to feel like I was rich, right? And then, you know, repeat, go to school, do the same thing again. And then I stopped doing that because, like, at a certain age, I matured and realized, like, yo, this shit's not real. Like, let me actually try doing something to achieve this, right? But now that I look back at it, like, doing that, like, playing the games that kind of way, was creating a hole in me. Like, every dollar I gave, like, or my character got, I felt like a dollar I lost in real life. And now it was cool because I would play the game and it'd be like, yo, you have this car, that car, right? But in reality, it's like, well, fuck, I'm walking to school. Like,
Yeah,
I'm also younger at that time, but
yeah, but still,
yeah, but like, you get what I'm saying. And I'm realizing as we're having this conversation that, yo, used to do that a lot. And till this day, I still do that in a different form. For me, I can make fun of myself. I like to watch videos of people doing fucking Etsy shops, drop shipping, X, Y, and Z. And how many times have I hit you up? Yo, this is it. Let's do it. A week later, I don't even talk about it no more.
no,
Yeah, like, so, and it comes from the same place. And I'm better than nobody. Like, I watch the video, I feel inspired, I feel motivated, right? Where I'm like, yo, I can do that. Let me look it up real quick. Bam, bam, bam. I look up some things. All right, cool. Let me go to sleep. And then I wake up the next day. It's like, oh, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, it's like everything just went straight out the window. That's how it is for me, at least. Like, sometimes at night, I'm like, yo, if I do this, oh, what if this? I have all these crazy ideas. I go to sleep, I wake up, brand new person. Actually, yesterday, I didn't even know it existed. It's like night and day. Like, even if I try to tap into it, it doesn't come. Because it was just like in that moment. And it comes from those videos. And I'm not saying self-improvement videos are bad. Like, they are good because they force conversations. Like, they force you to level up for some. So, yes, they are good, but they're only good if you actually apply what's being said. If you're just listening to it to listen to it and then compare yourself, that's when things could go south. And then that's when you have that high dopamine, like, yo, I got it. And then a week later, you told yourself you're going to do it, you haven't done it, and you have that crash. And then the next time, it's easier to crash. And then it becomes easier and easier and easier to just keep crashing because you've already trained your brain to not follow through.
Yep.
And so the cycle then becomes easy. And don't get me wrong, like I said before, I'm no better than everyone else. This is something that I do. So it's something that I've come to realize now through self-realization. And now going forward, I'm going to try to change that. Obviously, not everything's easy, but it's pretty simple. The answer is simple. Just take action. But it's easier said than done. I get that. But that's not an excuse to then just not even try. So that's something I realized for myself.
What you just said is one of my favorite takeaways from doing all of this is it's simple. It's not easy, but it's simple.
Yeah.
And that's something that since we've had that conversation however many episodes ago, I feel like has definitely stuck with me. Like, and just looking at the world in general, anything you want to do, like, you know what to do. It's just, you know, it's not easy. Bro, money's not that hard, right? Money's really fucking easy. Spend less than you make. You spend less than you make, you'll be straight. Simple concept. 7.5 in 10 people can't do it.
Yeah. And that's the majority of things in life. Everything is, I say everything is simple but not easy.
Mm-hmm.
There's a big difference between the two. Simple means if you just follow these steps, you'll do it. You'll get it. Easy means I can just like skip my way through it and get it no matter what. Like, no, you follow these steps, but you're going to struggle through these steps. And then you'll get it. So it's simple but hard. It's simple but not easy. And simple meaning there's a formula and there's a path to the success.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't mean the path is going to be a walk in the park either. You're going to struggle. You're going to have to overcome obstacles. There's going to be things that are going to make you want to quit, stop, all those things. But you got to push through. That's what I mean by simple but not easy. And myself knowing this still falls into that trap sometimes. So simple but not easy.
To keep it like totally like honest, like we are the ones that overcomplicate it all. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like we do that as sort of like a safety mechanism in case it doesn't work. I feel like,
Yeah.
like we do that just so like, you know, oh shit, oh it didn't work, oh man, yeah, it was really hard, like.
Yeah. Or, oh, it was because of this and that.
Mm-hmm.
I saw a video of John Jones actually a while ago. And I think it was on Joe Rogan. It might have been. But he was saying the reason why, like he did coke and all that stuff. So every weekend, the week before his fight, he would go out and party as hard as he can to the point that he blacked out. That's why he was do coke and like just like everything, just wild the fuck out. He said that's why he would do coke and everything, was because if he lost in the fight, it would give his mind a piece of saying, oh no, that's why it happened.
Mm-hmm.
Because he couldn't take the accountability of losing on his own. And that's just an example of one person who admitted to it. But I think in a sense, in a way, we all do that, including myself. There's things where we know that if we just gave it our shot, like 100%, and failed, it is what it is, and took accountability, like, oh no, I fucked up, it would probably get us further. But instead, we build those safety nets. And those safety nets is what prevents us from progressing further than what we could have, or should have at least.
It's true. That's wild. I didn't know that about John Jones.
Yeah.
Like I knew he like about the coke thing, but
Yeah. But he said that's why he did it. Every weekend before his fights, he would go out and just wild out, because then he could have the excuse, oh, it was because I bugged out the week before.
that goes back like if accountability has so much power in that aspect, imagine how good accountability can be
Yeah.
if you take accountability and you talk to yourself properly and like, you know, when you fuck up, you admit that you fucked up, right? Like,
Yeah.
but also when you succeed, admit, you know, I succeeded because I fucking earned it. Like that does a lot for your mental, for your self-confidence, everything.
Yeah. It's something I'm starting to learn too. It's that I need to fix my mindset. And that's something I've come to realize on my own, that like my mindset, I've noticed when I have certain mindsets, I achieve certain things. And when my mindset is where it needs to be to achieve what it is I want, the mindset is what allows me to achieve it, not a YouTube video on self-help.
Mm-hmm.
It was me believing in myself and me understanding, no, I can make this happen. That then makes it happen. And it's when I don't believe in it that I never take the action, or I never do it or complete. And then that's the bad side of those videos and things like that. And so I think everything, I can't say definitively because I'm just speaking for myself and my own personal experience. And this is something new that I'm starting to realize, is that everything almost comes down to mindset. And I think if there's anything you could take from watching those self-help videos, I guess, and actually apply, is the mindset is what changes first. When you change your mindset, you change everything else in your life. If I think one way, life is going to be that way. If I think a different way, life is going to be that different way. However I choose to perceive things and apply them to my life is how my life is going to turn out. And that has more control and more effect on me than versus watching a YouTube self-help video, being like, yo, I got the fucking answers. I'm going to start this type of business because this person did it and they made $1 million. So if I do it, I can make $1 million. And then I try it for a week and then give up. It's like the mindset wasn't there, which is why it never happened. I never truly believed it. I just had a dopamine rush in the moment. And again, that's what I mean when I say mental masturbation. It's a way of giving your brain a high. And then when it comes to reality, it's different.
Yeah. Nah. That was one. Bars. Very well said. Because mindset is literally everything. Like, we spoke about this last episode too. Though it doesn't even just have to be about little shit that you're trying to achieve. It could be about things that have happened in your life. Your mindset towards those things can drastically change the trajectory of your life. I can give an example like of mindset and the way you choose to look at things. This house, right, that my family lives in, we saw this house prior to the pandemic, right? But my family, we looked at this house with we need to find the perfect house, right? And if it had even the slightest flaw, that's it, right? We came to this house, no, right? No, everything, right? We saw the same house 7 months later, 6 months later, but with the mindset of what could it be, right? And we started looking at houses with different mindsets. And we came to this house and it was like, well, what could this be? And all of a sudden, this house was better than every other house we looked at for what it could be because we chose to seek potential as opposed to seeking flaws.
Yeah. You changed the mindset, like you said. What you wanted changed, and then that changed your reality. And that's something I'm starting to realize on my own. I've come to realize on my own and still realizing is that it's not watching a self-help video, not watching a business video, not watching this is how you start a dropshipping, this is how you start an Amazon business video, and then like, oh, that's it, I got it. It's, no, I need to make a change in my life. I'm going to make a change. This is what I think is going to be the change for me. I believe this is going to be the change for me. And once I believe it, then I can make it become my reality because I believe in it already. And again, I'm not saying this definitively, like this is the answer, this is how you go about it, because then I'm just one of those other self-help videos. But for me, in my experience and where I'm at right now, this is what I've come to realize. And I could be wrong, I could be right, I don't know. But I've noticed where I place my mind at is where Gianni is at. And whether I put it here or here, whichever one I choose, that's where my body follows. So wherever my mind goes first is where my body's going to follow. So I have to be more picky and more selective and I'm trying to find like a better word, but
aware. Yeah,
just more aware of where my mind is at, why it's there, and what the purpose of it being there is, and then go from there.
Hey.
And not so much needing, again, those videos or that mental masturbation. That's what I need to stray away from. Focus on Gianni. Here's Gianni. It feels so weird saying my name. Here's Gianni. Here's his mindset. Here's what he wants from life. This is his perspective on life. Here's why. Now go get it. And that's it. Fuck the videos. Fuck everything else. This is it. Go do it. That's it. You don't need self-help YouTube videos. You don't need this mental masturbation, physical masturbation, any type of masturbation to achieve that. You just need yourself. And that's it.
Absolute bars. Like, you fix your mindset and you'll start fixing your problems naturally.
Yeah. And again, one of the things that led me to this answer is, as we were talking about off camera, my diet. Physically, I look good. Like if I take my shirt off, I have a six pack, I'm ripped, I have low body fat percentage. I look good. I look like a very healthy.
You look good.
I look like a very healthy person, but I know myself internally that I do not feel good.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been telling myself for months, oh, I'm going to change my diet. Oh, I'm going to change my diet. Oh, I'm going to change my diet. But my mindset hasn't been. It's just I'm saying it, but I don't believe it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I started to realize, hold on, why have I been able to do it before and not now? And the difference was before I believed in what I was doing, and then I did it and I got what I wanted. This time I don't genuinely believe in it. I'm just saying it like, yeah, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Not, no, I believe this is it. And that's what led me to that mindset realization. It was actually my diet. And then I just kind of connected it into everything else. And again, I could be wrong. I don't know. But that's where I'm at. And it all came from having this whole realization of like this whole mental masturbation per se.
That was a lot of sauce right there. Especially something I don't want to just like glance over because I think it's super important. This may be a little side note, but what you said right there, what you put into your body dictates what's in your body and what your body's going to use for fuel. So if you're putting shit in your body, you're going to have shit thoughts. If you eat like shit, you're going to feel like shit, right? Eating clean, and I mean clean as in just like try avoiding like processed food and like
fast food.
Yeah, fast foods, shit like that. Because I used to say, yeah, vegetarianism. Sorry to break it to the vegetarians. I feel way better since I started eating meat, right? Hey, yo. But like whatever clean is for you, just start eating clean. Getting into the gym, right? Help cycle that clean food throughout your body. Help your body produce itself. What else is there? Oh, I meant to say this before, but I lost my train of thought, so I had to like cycle over before. Cleaning your mind. Your mind is your best fucking friend. Your mind is what's going to be with you when you lay your head on the pillow at night, regardless of who's in your bed. Like those thoughts don't shut up, right? So turn your mind into your fucking best friend, your partner, your secretary. Like you can either have the intrusive thoughts of, damn, you're not shit. Damn, look at us, our situation. Ah, damn, this sucks. Ah, damn, we suck. Or, yo, I look fucking good. Yo, oh, I feel so good. Oh, I can do that. I can do this. I can do that. Those are two very different ways of looking at life. And one's way healthier than the other.
Yeah.
Taking care of your mindset. Taking care of what you put in your body. I think, even though they may seem so polar, I think they're actually like, can be not one and the same, but definitely tied together.
No, in my opinion, they definitely are tied together. A little bit off topic, but fun fact. There is a nerve that connects from your stomach to your brain. I believe it's the vagus nerve. And so it's believed that that actually affects mood and like thoughts and all those things. And so a lot of people, like depression is also, a part of depression is believed to also come from what you eat and what you put in your body because it affects the mind. And once this goes, everything else goes with it. Wherever, like I said, wherever this goes, your body follows. So try to put this in the best possible situation, in the best possible perspective, so that your body has the best possible outcome. And then your reality around you then follows after that.
The mind is the GPS.
Yep. But yeah, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I believe it's the vagus nerve connects the brain to your stomach.
I don't know none of this. This is news to me, so
yeah,
I'm
that's how your body sends a signal to your brain that you're full or that you're satisfied. So you know to stop eating. If I'm not mistaken.
The more you know.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, look, I kind of covered everything I wanted to say and maybe a little more. Again, I think mental masturbation is a thing. And obviously it's not like I'm like stroking my mind like physically, but it's in a different way through videos and, just other forms of dopamine release. So I think it's a real thing. I don't know how you feel. It seems like you agree.
I do
I had
agree.
to say, but yeah, I don't know. Is there anything else you want to say?
Yeah. To all the guys watching this, stop masturbating.
Yeah. And that could be a completely different episode. So if you want that, let us know either in the comments or in the Google forum.
Oh yeah.
But I agree.
See that's a deep that's such a conversation we can go so deep on because there is a large community of people that think that masturbation is like a requirement. So that'll be a fun episode.
Yeah, you know what? Now that you say that, it brings up another talking point for me. Very brief, but when people start to feel like it's a requirement, I don't think we're addicted to anything naturally, but I think we can make ourselves addicted to anything we want to become addicted to. So if I jerk off one day, I'm like, oh, shit, that felt good. I'm going to do it again tomorrow. And then, like, oh, that shit felt good. And then 9 days later, I'm still doing it. Eventually, it's just going to become an addiction. Eventually, I'm just going to be like, I didn't jerk off today. Damn, that shit felt weird. Now I have this like crazy urge, like, oh, my brain's craving it. Like, oh my God, I need this. I need this. And so the point I'm trying to make is relating that into like back into the mental masturbation is like, if I watch one video today, I'm like, damn, this shit got me motivated. And tomorrow I watch 2 videos. Yo, that shit got me extra. Then 3, then 4, and then I do it for a whole month or 2 weeks. Now when I don't watch it, I feel unproductive. I feel like shit. Like, damn, what the fuck am I doing in my life? So now like watching those videos is like the backbone of my mental state.
Yeah.
And that affects everything going forward. Just realized that right now. But
now, yeah, dude. I agree. Like, I think we can wire ourselves to be addicted or to have these needs or urges.
Yeah.
And I think they can be taught too.
Yeah. If I can get myself to be addicted to living a good, healthy lifestyle with a good right mindset and perspective, I'm going to be addicted to that to the point where I'm only going to do that. And that'll be my dopamine release. But at least it's for the good. Versus I'm doing it for the pleasure of the moment and then I'm going right back down. And then because that's not my reality, I fucking crash and I crash hard. It's not a fender bender. This shit is it totaled my car. Yeah, I went flipping through the highways. So, yeah, I mean, that's all I got left to say. I don't know if there's anything else you want to talk about, any questions or topics or whatever. But
nah, I'm pretty much good. My final thoughts were that, yeah, stop masturbating.
Yeah, all forms of masturbation, whether it be mentally, physically,
emotionally,
whatever other ways there are, just stop. So, yeah.
Episode 32.
Yeah, I had a lot of self-realization on the podcast myself. But
me too.
I hope it brought value to you guys or sparked something, a thought or a thought process in your mind. Whether you agree, disagree, whatever that thought process may have been, comment down below. Let us know. Let's have dialogue. Like I want to actually talk to other people and get their perspectives on this. Maybe they think I sound like a complete fucking retard. And like, what the fuck is this? This shit was stupid. Or maybe somebody's like, yo, I low-key agree. And here's why. And so comment down below whether you agree, disagree, any of that stuff.
I have a question. This is my closing remark here. Oh, fuck, I touched the mic. Comment down below. What is something that you know you consume too much of that you know is either not good for you or you're not doing anything with it? I'll say mine first, right? For me, it's business ideas. I consume way too much of these ideas, get way too motivated for them, and get way too like, damn, my position sucks about them after, and not do anything about them. So yeah, that's mine.
Business I would say mine is self-improvement in the finance sector as well. Like when it comes to business, overall finance, and then just like leveling up in life. I think the fitness side, I don't really stress about it because I do all right with it. But in the finance side of things, yeah, that's my downfall. I watch a lot of videos of like, this is what you need to do. You need to level up, this, and that. And then I don't do shit. So
comment down below. What do you consume too much of?
And there you have it. Let us know down below. Like the video, share it, turn your post notifications on, all that good stuff. And look forward to talking to you guys in the comments down below. Catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.
Peace.